Wow, guys, what a surprise today. When I log into Racial Legends this morning, this window pop up, and we're gonna have some brand new stuff. Alright, we're gonna watch the video together. This is from their official YouTube channel. Alright, I kinda know what this is about because I've seen the discussion in my clan Discord. I kinda know what this is about, but I haven't watched the video yet. We're gonna watch it together. I'm gonna give you guys a first impression or first reaction, something like that. But honestly, I'm a little bit worried. I think they're also going to monetize this thing here. New preview, Artifact Ascension. 100% it has to do with monetization. Alright? If this is a potion or something they sell, they're gonna put a price tag on it. Alright? Alright, so let me just get my headphone. We're gonna watch this together, alright? Let's see what this is about.
Hey everyone, welcome to our new update preview, where we'll be highlighting Artifact Ascension. Hear the name and you'll automatically think of Champion Ascension, and you wouldn't be far off. While there are obvious differences between champions and artifacts, the core idea is the same, drawing out the latent power of your artifacts to make you strong.
Okay, so we can see like this is the Ascension star, and you will take certain amount of potions on the top.
Okay. With Artifact Ascension, each artifact you ascend will receive additional stat bonuses. To do this, you'll need to spend a new resource called Oil, which you can think of as somewhat similar to affinity potions. However, you don't need to worry about matching affinities or raiding different keeps on different days to get specific oils. You only have to get one kind of oil, and it's available in...
This is a new dungeon. Technically 2 new dungeons. This one is not yet unlocked. Okay.
One dungeon. You'll need to be at least level 38 to start using Artifact Ascension, and keep in mind, it's geared towards upcoming endgame content, which will really ramp up the difficulty. As for existing dungeons, you won't need Artifact Ascension if you're already clearing them with these, but it'll help make grinding for artifacts.
Wow, there are 25 stages.
As for accessories, you won't be able to ascend them just yet. You will in the future though, so stay tuned.
Okay, so this one's for the accessory ascension.
Now, let's get into the mechanical meat and potatoes. Artifacts must be at least rank 4 and be upgraded to level 12 if you want to ascend them. Rarity doesn't matter, so you could ascend a common artifact if you really wanted to. The oil needed for ascension comes in 3 types: lesser, greater, and superior.
Okay, so one thing I noticed here is, based on the gameplay showcase here, I think at very least, this oil stuff is not RNG, right?
4, and finally superior to get levels 5 and 6. Like with Champion Ascension, the stars on your artifact will turn from gold to purple as you ascend. And that's it. You don't need silver or other resources to ascend, just that sweet, sweet oil. Once an artifact reaches Ascension level 1, it gains a single bonus stat, and each subsequent Ascension level increases that one bonus stat. Each artifact type has a set pool of bonus stats that it can have, which you'll see in the handy little table on screen right now. And before you go and screenshot the table, don't worry. This cheat sheet will be in the Artifact Ascend tab in-game for reference.
Wait, I'm still a little bit confused. It will only like ascend the main stats? Is that right?
Once an artifact reaches Ascension level 1, it gains a single bonus stat.
Oh, okay, it's on the right-hand side here. It's gonna appear in the main stats. So does that mean this Ascension is basically useless? Like flat defense? Who the fuck is gonna need flat defense?
Each subsequent Ascension level increases that one bonus stat. Each artifact type has a set pool of bonus stats that it can have, which you'll see in the handy little table on.
Okay, so you're definitely gonna be looking for the percentage stuff. And if we take a look at top 3 pieces, it only gives you like flat stats, right? Based on the cheat sheet here. Like, why would you want to ascend the top 3 pieces if it only gives you flat stats? It doesn't quite make sense, right? Okay, so look at this piece. This is the shield, right? So by ascending this, it gives you 1200 HP. I mean, this is basically a waste of resources. Does it empower the substats here?
Of Artifact Ascension.
Doesn't seem like it, right?
Covered. Now, grab your flaming torches and let's delve into the new dungeon where all that precious oil is kept.
I'm very interested in this new dungeon, right? Hopefully, they tune it correctly. Like, they can make some like very difficult mechanic, but I don't like them just straight up tune up the numbers for example, tune up the accuracy or resistance requirement, like the Iron Twins. I really dislike the number design for the Iron Twins because it requires like 700 resistance, 550 accuracy. I think that's really dumb. I hope they don't do this in this new dungeon.
And Devil's Necropolis. The Necropolis' guardian, the mighty and terrible Al-Name the Sand Devil. He's pretty different to bosses you've fought in raids so far. He's got skills that will ignore your defenses. He can withstand almost any attack. This makes the Sand Devil this is best. Let's first dissect his passive skill.
Okay, the passive is immune to receive all debuff except sleep. Okay, when under sleep. Oh, so this means if he's under sleep, you can start to put debuffs on him. Alright? Yeah, that's a very interesting design. So you're gonna put the sleep first, then you can put like poison, decrease defense, stuff like that. Decrease incoming damage from enemy skill by 25%, stage 1 to 5. Okay, so stage 16 to 25, decrease incoming damage by 75%. Wow, that's weird. Let's see some battle scene.
Loses this incredible immunity to debuffs and turn meter reduction and becomes like most other bosses. This means you can do things like poison and place stat reductions on them, although crowd control debuffs like stun and freeze still won't work. This passive also massively reduces incoming damage to the Sand Devil, which only gets higher on later stages. We're talking up to a 75% damage reduction, so your toughest nukers will barely tickle this guy, unless you land loads of debuffs first. For every debuff you place on the Sand Devil, he loses 10% of that huge damage reduction, so focus on landing as many debuffs on him as possible.
Okay, you can still get rid of the damage reduction. You just have to put debuff. That's what he's saying, right?
Possible. Instantly wake up when you hit him. Instead, he gains a special slumber counter when he goes for some shut-eye, with it ticking down by 1 every time he's hit. Once it hits 0 or asleep,
we can see the icon here.
Debuff on him expires, he'll awaken from his nap. The length of the slumber counter varies based on the stage you're on, with it starting.
Okay, so look at this showcase. So I think Sifi is basically the god here, right? Sifi has a guaranteed sleep. If the enemy turn meter is above 50%, then you use the Sifi, put the boss to sleep, and you can start to put debuff on him. So Sifi is basically a god here. That makes sense, right? So yeah, what I'm guessing is Sifi 10x incoming. Alright, Sifi 10x is coming soon.
He'll awaken from his nap. The length of the slumber counter varies based on the stage you're on, with it starting at 10 from stages 1 to 5, with it going down as low as 5 by the later stages. That means you've got the chance to land between 10 and 5 hits before El Name gets up to see what's causing all that noise. When he finally rises from his slumber, don't expect to put him right back to bed. He becomes fully immune to sleep for 1 turn after he wakes up. So you'll need some proper coordination to place as many debuffs on him as you can before you can knock him out again. And now, his third and final passive, Soul Sustenance. Whenever Al-Name attacks, he destroys 10% of the target's max HP. That's right, a flat 10% reduction. It's not
HP reduction, max HP reduction, I don't think it matters that much. Just saying.
News. The suffering doesn't end there, though. Anytime your champions decrease the Sand Devil's turn meter, their max HP will be destroyed by the same HP. His first skill, Rage of the Sands, is an unpleasant AoE attack that places a decreased speed and a decreased accuracy debuff on your entire team. Make sure you're
but Sifi doesn't need accuracy.
resistance as the last gnawing away. Want to know why? His second skill, and then attacks your
I remove all debuff from him and heal him. The amount here is proportional to the total amount of destroyed max HP on the enemy team. Wow, that's weird. That's weird.
entire team with blades of light and a howling gust of sand. But there's a catch. The damage dealt by this skill decreases based on the amount of debuffs El-Name removed from himself. So the more debuffs you manage to place on him, the weaker this move will be. Think of it going from a raging tornado to arm. For this skill, the Sand Devil unleashes a
Tell enemy, ignore shield, block damage, unkillable. I think they definitely realized this after Iron Twin Fortress. Alright, if they release this dungeon first, there won't be this part. I guarantee you guys. They realized that unkillable and block damage kinda just ruined their design. Alright, they designed this boss to be this difficult and you just cheese it. Right, that's how every developer is gonna feel bad. They designed this dungeon to be so hard and you just use one champion to cheese it. Okay, so you cannot use unkillable, that makes sense. After attacking, place sleep. Okay, so Increase the current cooldown of this skill by 1 turn whenever and sleep debuff is placed. Okay, yeah, you're just gonna bring sleep champion basically. Like I'm not gonna watch like a whole lot of introduction to this boss. I'm just gonna go into a test server and show you guys the team I'm using. I don't think the test server is ready yet, so gotta wait a couple more days, I guess.
Right. Timing and team composition are vital for surviving the Sand Devil's Necropolis. You'll need several champions capable of placing a sleep debuff on Al Name, and you'll need to time them just right. Putting him to sleep is the easy part. You'll need to be juggling placing other debuffs, reducing his innate damage.
Okay, so I guess you will have to kind of speed tune your team, right? That's basically it. Okay, so that's basically the update of this new patch. For this dungeon, okay, so if we take a look at this part here, it only costs energy. It doesn't have keys. It doesn't have keys, okay? With that being said, I think you can run this dungeon infinite many times. I think that's the case. You can just run this dungeon infinite amount of times every day. So I think that's a good thing. I think they should probably also remove the keys from Iron Twin Fortress, right? At least remove the purchasing key part, right? I think that was really dumb to have people spending 150 gems every day, like paying the daily tax to do the Iron Twins Fortress. So the new dungeon is gonna appear here. I believe you can just do it every day, hard grind, and I think a lot of people are expecting them to sell this oil, the most expensive one, maybe at $1 each. Who knows, right? I mean, at least it's new content, and I'm excited for it. And on the gear ascension part, I think you can just pretty much forget about the top 3 pieces, right? Like, why would you need these flat stats? Just don't waste it. I think, yeah, just don't do it. Don't use Ascension on the top 3 pieces. Use it on bottom 3 pieces. Like, especially if we take a look at the glove, right? If you are using a crit damage glove and you use Ascension, it's possible you get another crit rate one. It's gonna give you a lot of stats bonus. So yeah, I'm also kind of curious to see like how this system works with the Chaos Ore. Like if you use a Chaos Ore on a 6-star Ascension gear, what's gonna happen, right? A lot of yeah, maybe it's gonna reset the Ascension as well. I don't know. So yeah, definitely some good change. Yeah, but I mean, there are definitely gonna be monetization alongside with it. Don't expect them to never sell these oils. It's not gonna happen. There will be monetization, but overall, I think this patch looks great. All right, I think it's better than the better than this patch here, the blessing patch. Blessing is obviously a cash grab without a question, but this one looks much more decent, I will say. All right, that's it for this video. Just first impression. I like it. What do you guys think? Let me know, and I'll see you guys in a video soon.